Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, Raila Odinga, while in Rift Valley, he made an allegation about the phone call he had with Uhuru Kenyatta, who advised him to help William Ruto, rescue the country, not to get to, the brink and all that. That he's the one who asked him to reach out to William Ruto. But there was some confusion because, again, at one instance they said that William Ruto reached out to him. Now, with all this, we did a video about that. And I was keenly reading all the comments. Whether Uhuru made a phone call or not, what I have noticed in the comment section is that Kenyans, majority of Kenyans, were not happy with the decision that ODM took to go and rescue William Ruto, because joining Ruto, it was just meant to rescue William Ruto because his presidency ilikuwa imeisha. So many Kenyans are not happy with the move that ODM took. That one I can report back because I've read all comments. 80% hawakupenda. Most of Raila Odinga supporters hawajafurahia. That one I can report back. But that one aside, Raila Odinga's allegation that Uhuru advised him. Today, we were waiting from yesterday to see the response from Uhuru Kenyatta's team. I was looking at Pauline Njoroge, Kanzedena, the spokesperson, the Jubilee Party leadership through Jeremiah Kioni, and finally, Jeremiah Kioni has reacted to this. And Jeremiah Kioni is coming with different views from which Raila Odinga was holding to. According to Jeremiah Kioni, there was no any consultation between Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta, or any advice from Uhuru Kenyatta to Raila Odinga to go and save the country or have a conversation with William Ruto. Jeremiah Kioni is confirming this. There was nothing like that. Therefore, what Raila Odinga said was his own things. So that means Raila lied. If what Jeremiah Kioni is saying is true, and if what Raila Odinga was saying is right, then it means Jeremiah Kioni is lying. So I want to leave this one to you. Who is lying between Raila Odinga and Jeremiah Kioni?
So I am attending a press conference at the Jubilee Party headquarters, and this man here, his name is Jeremiah Kioni. He's the Secretary General of Jubilee Party. And he says, from yesterday's statement by Raila Odinga, that he spoke to Uhuru Kenyatta, or it is Uhuru Kenyatta who told him to join and support President William Ruto. You have said in no uncertain terms that Raila Odinga was lying to the country. Why is that?
Uhuru Kenyatta's position is that you cannot join a government that is bent on causing all the havoc that it has caused for Kenyans. Killing them, abducting them, removing all the social support system that was there. Through budgeted corruption, you can see wastage of resources. This is not a government to join. It is actually a government that we should be working to remove as provided for in the constitution. And Uhuru did communicate to Kenyans through his letter that he was consumed by Kenyans during, I think it was on the 25th of July. And if you want to know his thinking, his position, and why you have to really be careful about what Raila said yesterday, and what I hold to be untrue, it is not accurate, then you know that what Uhuru Raila said yesterday was really a misleading position.
SG, we are not disputing the fact that you're the SG of the party that Uhuru Kenyatta leads. That's the Jubilee Party. But we also acknowledge that there has been a very good camaraderie between Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta for the past 2 years.
Yes.
So why would you put a doubt in what Odinga says as Uhuru having told him on phone?
On 2-3 occasions, I can tell you, even on the issue of Nandiko, the position, the advices were separate. And I can also tell you, when Raila was also engaging Obasanjo, it was not with the full knowledge of all of us in Azimio. We were running of it and after the event. So, good relationship is there, but it is not good again to drag other people's names into the mud. Kama umeamua, amua. Why was there a good relationship? Because both of them are politicians. So when you make a decision, as Uhuru did make a decision of going to Kasarani and handing over the instruments of power, even when he had his reasons and he knew that elections had been rigged, that's a decision he has chosen to live with. He has never told us that Raila told him to go. No.
So Raila lied.
Don't blame others. Don't try to blame others. When you make wrong decisions, live with them. The decision that was made by Raila is a wrong decision. And I'm sure he will be saying many things that are not accurate, including what he said huko Marakwet. Then anaenda badi siyagesemea hapa Nairobi.
Well, something else you've said which is very important, that all along, even while Raila Odinga was engaging Obasanjo, the rest of you at Azimio did not know.
We learned of it. We were learning of those things as after effects, after the event. Kwa hivyo aka kasafari ya kwenda watu walianza kitambo. Sisi tumekuwa tumejaribu kumwambia jamani, msiende, mnaenda pahali ambayo haifai, mnaacha wa Kenya. Sasa wameruka ndani.
So very briefly, and even as I conclude, you've said that there are now two ballots, Kalonzo Musyoka's ballot and William Ruto's ballot. Yes. What does that mean? Are you endorsing Kalonzo Musyoka, or are you saying that
we in Azimio is a coalition that is in the opposition? The coalition that has put together the opposition for the time being in this country. And it is the opposition, the coalition that associates with Gen Z na wa Kenya. Na sisi kama ambao wako ndani ya Azimio, we had Raila as our presidential candidate. He has now left for AU. In politics, you must look ahead.
There's no vacuum.
There's no vacuum. That hole has now been filled by Kalonzo Musyoka.
Does the clarion call?
Does
the clarion call Ruto must go still stand? And if it does, then does it mean that even those who've joined him, Joho, Ambadi, Oparanya, and Wandai, should equally go? And will that extend to mean by Ruto must go?
When we say Ruto must go, it is everything Ruto is in. You know, when they started trying to become mischievous, they started saying we are saying Ruto so that we are left with Rigiji. So when we say Ruto must go, the body said this is a skunk. He has now joined the skunk. And we are saying the skunk must go. So Badi, Joho, Mparanya, Wandai, rafiki yangu. Sasa wameingia kwa
they all must go. Does that extend to Raila Odinga?
Hata yeye mwenyewe kama ameingia pandio, si hata yeye wana Kenya wenyewe wanasema must go. Sinaona hashtag.
Yes.
Ruto Raila must go. Who am I?
Thank you very much.
Thank
you very much. That is the Jubilee Party Secretary General Jeremiah Kioni, who's just finished addressing a press conference here in Nairobi.
Now, as we continue with the panel discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, Uhuru Kenyatta is the party leader of Jubilee. He has not yet handed over the party leadership to the next person. And Jeremiah Kioni is the Secretary General of Jubilee Party. Therefore, many Kenyans will be convinced with the statement from Jeremiah Kioni, because we know very well that any Secretary General is the spokesperson of the party. So when you speak, you are speaking for the party. To extent, you are speaking for the party leader. Because you know in Kenya, party leader is more stronger than the party they lead. So when you are the spokesperson of the party, you are the spokesperson of the party leader. Therefore, what you speak mostly, or to some extent, it is on behalf of the party leader. For example, in ODM, when Edwin Sifuna speak, especially when he is asked direct question touching on the party, he speaks on behalf of the party and the party leader. Same thing to UDA. Now we have Omar Hassan. There was Malala, but it seems Malala was speaking for another person, so he was kicked out once you are not loyal. So the Secretary General speaks for the party and the party leader. Therefore, many supporters of Uhuru Kenyatta are going to trust the statement from Jeremiah Kioni rather than the one from Raila Odinga. And the majority of Kenyans will not be happy in a story about the person who helped William Ruto to get out of the jaws of Gen Zs. Many wanted Ruto to go so that whoever will come after Ruto will learn from the mistake that Ruto did that made him to get out of power. Yani kama unaweza kuwa na tabia kama za William Ruto na umepewa uongozi, usijaribu kutoa makucha ya aina hiyo, kwa sababu utakumbuka kile kilimfanya Ruto aondoke kwa uongozi. So from this statement, there is a disconnect between Raila Odinga and part of the Azimio leaders. They don't agree. And for that matter, if they had agreed, at least tungeona mtu mmoja ametoka hapo kwa Jubilee apewa nafasi, mwingine atoka kwa Wiper apewe nafasi. Hata kama wanakatana Uhuru alimtuma, that means Jubilee will be part of that. Unaweza ona mtu mmoja ametoka kwa Jubilee labda CS, ama waweke kama wawili kwa PS kwa sababu pia wanarudi kule chini. But you see, all are ODM. So the issue here is that Jeremiah Kioni has confirmed otherwise, that Uhuru did not send Raila Odinga anywhere. This one can be the departure of the friendship that Uhuru has had with Raila Odinga. Simaanishi ule uhusiano wao wa kijamii wa kawaida, na maanisha uhusiano wa kisiasa. Because let no one lie to you, we don't have political enemies. They are friends, these people. Ni siasa tu, wakimaliza siasa yao wanakula sahani moja. So we see controversy here, but many will take Jeremiah Kioni's position to be Uhuru Kenyatta's position, because as of now, Uhuru cannot be talking the way he has been talking because of, his position, a retired president, and in that capacity, he will not be everywhere like that to speak. So some people can even take advantage of that. But the fact is that Kenyans are not happy with anyone who joins the Kayo, because then that means saving Zakayo. People would want Raila to be the president. But by joining the Kayo, it does not make him a president. So that's the view. I don't know your views, but let us know in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.